What's going on, everybody? So today I'm headed up this canyon to see the Twin Peaks mine operation. Hidden in Idaho's rugged backcountry, the Twin Peaks mine is a quiet remnant of early 20th century mining. Long forgotten today, it was once part of a wave of small prospecting operations pushing deep into the mountains in search of copper, lead, and silver. The mine was first discovered in 1927 when copper-bearing rock was found near Deer and Corral Creeks. Small-scale mining soon followed, with high-grade ore hauled out by hand and shipped to distant smelters. Early production focused on copper, with silver and traces of gold adding value. Mining continued on and off through the 1930s and 40s. In 1938, lead-rich veins were discovered, prompting new underground development and expanding the workings deeper into the mountain. Despite promising pockets of rich mineralization, the deposits were difficult to follow and never supported large-scale production. By the mid-1960s, operations had ended. Today, Twin Peaks mine sits abandoned, a quiet reminder of hard labor and determination that once drew miners into Idaho's remote wilderness. At the bottom level of this operation is this old house. This is just tore up. Hey, you have the recliner, and then if you look over this way, a Frigidaire fridge. That is so cool. So it's fully functional, opens and closes. The freezer compartment. That's an awesome fridge. And then there's the bathroom. Look at how it's just decayed. The bathtub, the toilet. You guys, this place really hasn't been vandalized. It's just natural decay. That's so awesome, and I'm looking forward to everything else today. Then if we look over, here's the kitchen. Check this out. They didn't even take anything. They just left it all. The cooktop, and then the sink. They would have trucked water in. And then, what? The electrical? I don't think that's allowed now. Look how this whole kitchen cupboard has fallen down from its support. Now it's just tipped. And at the very end is the bedroom. The glass is all in broken up pieces. There's the bed spring. Look at the windows too. They had 3 windows looking out. Alright, let's get out of here, and we're going to keep looking, keep exploring, because there's so much in this operation. It's a crazy place. I don't think... Oh, we did miss something. Let's walk over here. Yeah, it's a small closet. It's just a storage area. This is a really small mill. And then the ore bin's at the very top. Tiny ore chute, but this is the smallest mill I've seen. Just the ore bin and looking down. All in ruins now. The stairs going up to the bottom level, which is now all overgrown. So the foundation was cinder block. Whoa, look at that. So check this out, that's the Tramway house, and then there's all this cable going up. It was a two-way tramway, and it went way up the mountain to a mine that we're gonna have a look at soon. We're gonna check this building out right now. It was either a production or a house. Now there's this ginormous tank right next to it. Let's go on in. Yeah, this was some sort of workshop or production building. I like this cinder block. Couple drawers. And then looks almost like a key holder, you know, where they'd put all the keys for the mine operation. Is that an old gasket? Okay, so maybe it's not an old mine. I think it might have been a dynamite storage room. There's really nothing inside of it. The mine has to be close by. I see the rail cart on the ground. A bunch of stuff scattered about. There's like an old storage area. So this is interesting because over there was that dynamite storage room. And then there's these ore cart tracks coming from that direction. I didn't locate any mine at it, however, but they follow this giant waste rock pile, probably to the Tramway. They dead end right here, and it's the same place where the Tramway comes to an end. So it looks like it was just for another adit that would dump all the material down, same area with the Tramway, into the tram house. I always like seeing ore cart tracks because I know there's a mine nearby, even though we couldn't locate one. It's somewhere around here. Unfortunately, it's all been backgated. No way to get into this adit. Not anymore anyway. So this is where the Tramway begins. The mine for the Tramway, unfortunately, is all closed up. We can't go inside of it. But when you look over, this is where the Tramway is. The Suzuki's parked on the switchback, and now we're going to be hiking up to the next mine. It's clear nobody's driven on this road in a very long time. It's all overgrown and washed out. Many years ago, there were prospectors out here wondering if they could reopen the mine. Now, the mine reopening never happened, so I assume they just realized it was a loss and chalked it up and went elsewhere. This massive building is at the top of Valley View Mine. That is insane looking. So it's an old ore bin type of situation where those are all ore chutes coming down. And what happens is that ore chute will drop off all the material. Those ones on that side too. So this upper section of the mine, nobody would have lived up here. They would have commuted up, down. It looks like they had a building about in this spot. Now the mine itself is tucked away in those trees. And then here's the building. I don't know, could we get into it even? The whole trestle has fallen down. It is just messed up. See, the building itself is in really good condition, but this trestle is messed up. I did make it up. It was super gnarly. I couldn't bring my camera. But as I was climbing, like you see that piece of wood right there, I went to grab it and it disintegrated on me. Most of this wood is far gone. This is what it looks like inside. I'm just recording with my phone since I couldn't bring my camera up. It is in good condition, but the flooring is what's dangerous. This is all rotting away. And the ore chutes, imagine I just slide down one to get back down. But yeah, basically what would have happened is it would have had a whole ore cart right here, the railing, that's one of the railings. And then this trestle would go all the way, and then the mine itself is right tucked in there. And that's how you did it. What's up, Lee? What are you doing, bud? We are high up. Valley View Mine. Let's get out of here now. Holy crap. I can't believe I did this. I want down. That was crazy. Now it's time to hike back to the Suzuki and keep exploring. I may have crashed my drone into a tree and this happened. That sucks. No more drone. Time to get a new one. No. My favorite thing to do after a long day of exploring is finding a creek and sitting right next to it.